Is this thing on, honey? Testing. Testing the mic. All right, she's good. Anyway, hello there, darling. This is the music judge and jury, aka Queen Millennial. Okay, and today we're going to be talking about my girls. Oops, excuse me. And today we're going to talk. Okay, get yourself together, Queen. We're going to be talking about my girls, Misteeq, okay? But first, as usual, a word. Okay, all right. Now, just because you are a creative or an artiste, honey, okay, doesn't mean that you don't need to get your puss together. Doesn't mean that you don't need to be organized and structured, honey. Okay, see, I'm an artiste. I'm a creative, but I'm very structured and together. Okay, well, except what you saw before earlier, nothing's perfect, darling, okay? But get your ducks in order in a row. And I'm telling you, it is so much better once you do to be a creative and an artiste. Okay? I don't really like the chaos of being all over the place. It's not my bag, not my steez, okay? Let's go ahead and get back into it. Hello, welcome back to It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. I'm Lena, the workhorse. And of course today, we're talking about why did Misteeq sabotage their own careers, music careers. So I want you to get comfortable, grab, I don't know, the Twizzlers, the Skittles, the Doritos, whatever, a drink, maybe it's going to be Mountain Dew. I don't know, just get comfortable because let's talk. This is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Take it away.
One life, they wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down, there's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna.
Welcome back to It's That Girl or It Is Not That Girl. Well, I'm Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and of course, not the influencer. Now, as I say in all my videos, those are great platforms and tools to build that business, that brand, that name, get that reputation up, but most importantly, the community. And hopefully you, yes you, will join this community today by hitting that like button. Share people that you know that like artist commentary, reaction reviews, of course, okay? And to really become a part of this community, are you listening out there? To truly become a part of this community, you have to go ahead and comment, subscribe, notification bell, okay? This is what a real social media is at. It's not on Facebook. Or I should say Desperate Book. It's not on Instagram or Instalust. It's not on TikTok or Kick Rocks. Is what I call that app. It's not on any of that bull crap. Okay, they're cooked. They're done. The community is right here. The real social media is right here on YouTube. So get with it. Okay, let's go ahead and roll right on into this thing. Okay, so Misteeq. Now the train started rolling, of course. Are my UK girlies here? Are my UK girlies here? Are my divided kingdom of Britain girlies here? Okay. I call the United States divided States of America because there's nothing united about them, and I'm pretty sure from everything I've been hearing from other creators in Britain, that Britain is pretty divided and in trouble too. Okay. Anyway, I should say the UK is pretty divided. But anyway, these girls came from the UK. Okay. And originally, we knew them as 4 people. Well, by the time I got to the US, we only saw 3. I had to go like years down the line when I was really watching YouTube and discover through other creators that there were actually 4 girls originally. But you know what? At the very, very beginning, it included Tina Barrett from the group S Club 7. Okay, but she in the end decided to go with S Club 7. And girl, that was a good move because S Club 7 lasted a lot longer than the unfortunate demise by their own doing of Misteeq. Okay, and we're also going to get into the major reason that girl groups, most of them, just don't last. Okay, then more than 1 or 2 albums, and then they usually finish, but it's by their own doing. Anyway, so Misteeq at the beginning was 4, and they were solidified as 4 people. Okay, you had to the far, where we at? Yeah, I had to figure this out. Anyway, the far right. Is that left? Is that left? Yes, that's left. The far left, we have Zena McNally. After that, we have Alicia Dixon, Sabrina Washington, and of course, Sue Elise Nash. Okay, Misteeq. But not exactly sure what all happened. I forgot. Even though I watched many YouTube documentaries about the girls, shortly just after that first single, really, and a couple of shows together, Zena McNally decided to part ways to do her own thing, which really didn't work out that well for her. Oh well. Okay, so the girls became what we all know them for, really, by this point, as 3. Okay, with the remaining members being Sabrina Washington, the lead singer, Alicia Dixon to the far right, who is the main rapper and also second lead, and of course Sue Elise Nash supporting alto of the group. Okay, now I wanted to basically say when the United States came in contact with them. But you know, I want to say that a little bit later because these girls had 2 albums previously. Like I said, I had to catch up, but this is after the girls disbanded because we got to the girls after the fact that they were on their last leg of being together and making music before they departed. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, so they had the album Licking on Both Sides was the first album, right? And that premiered in like, what was that, 2000 or something? Or 2001 or whatever. And like I said, at this time, the US was like none the wiser of who these girls was. Even though they did drop singles over here, I ain't never seen these girls in 2001. 2002, you know, and they were dropping singles like Roll On, and you know, they were dropping some singles over here eventually, particularly from like their second album. And those singles never really saw the light of day. I never saw them on any MTV, any BET, nothing. So their songs weren't even playing on the radio, you know, so we didn't know they existed. Right? The girls that were in their lane, that were in their space at the time, that were from America themselves, were groups like Black, TLC, you name it. Okay? But so I didn't really even notice the fact that they were doing like this underground EDM sound, and not much EDM was really going on in America. Okay, it wasn't really going on like that. Not on the surface level. That would be like 10 years down the line when they would start to experiment with EDM, but not the kind that the girls were doing. It was the UK kind of EDM called garage. And so the girls would play on both sides, hence the name of their first album, Licking on Both Sides, honey. Okay? Because they were doing, mixing the UK garage with the R&B. And they knew to cater to America, the songs they decided to drop as lead singles were more R&B textured and drenched. You know, they didn't really lead with the UK garage sound. The girls were being very smart with their marketing. But when you heard the album that they would drop, it was different. We got both those kind of sounds. But they never really dropped Licking on Both Sides or Eye Candy here in the States. Okay? Eventually, one of their songs would come to the surface in the States called Scandalous, right? But this is when the girls will put out something called a compilation album, which none of us in the United States knew it was a compilation album. We thought it was an album that the girls had happened to, you know, release, like an actual like album, not a fusion of their first two albums. But that's what the album called Misteeq self-titled was, you know, but for the United States, that was a release that we were given. And so I remember falling in love with that album because I love the reggae sounds on it, but I also love that EDM garage. I didn't know what it was at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just love those sounds. They were so different. And of course they had the R&B grooves that we all love here, you know, at the time in America when R&B was really doing its thing still, you know? And so with that being said, I was hooked. Scandalous did it for me, right? Then they, of course, released One Night Stand, Can't Get It Back, which had already been released already. These are songs off the first two albums, but they repackaged it for America and did music videos, different versions just for America, R&B style, right? I'm so glad they didn't take for the album Misteeq that they gave us for the fusion of the two albums. I'm so glad they didn't take off the song with the UK garage in it on the album, because that's one of the main reasons that made me fall in love with them so much and so quickly. You know, I love Scandalous, but those deeper cuts with like All I Want on it. I love All I Want, Be With Me. And I really didn't get into like really diving into the girls until YouTube was really doing this thing. The creator that you see around today was starting to report on them, which regained my interest in Misteeq again, right? And so I started to want to watch the videos I haven't seen, and got the whole full story behind them, and was even more hooked, like even currently right now, than I was when us over here in America were first introduced to Misteeq. But these girls were making their headway at the time in America, finally really doing it. And then all of a sudden, nothing. You know, you heard nothing from the girls after that. and you just kind of moved on. But the sound that they provided and Alicia's rapping reggae kind of style, these are the things that stuck in your mind. So when you saw the name Misteeq again, you got excited, right? But then to find out that the record label disbanded. I mean, not disbanded. The record label they were on, because it was a small record label, obviously, and it folded, right? But that wasn't the reason why the girls sabotaged their own careers after that, right? Because if they really wanted to continue, their value was pretty high as an act. They had a name. People in the UK was effing with them. People in the US started to warm up to them and whatnot, and the songs started doing their things, and they could have really made a name for themselves over here as well. It was happening for them. Okay, it was happening. But what happened is that what happens with all these girl groups is that there was actually fighting going on between the girls and the group, you know. And so the girls, despite what the public was saying, weren't actually getting along. Okay? And so instead of trying to find a new record deal and shopping themselves and doing auditions for other labels, they saw it as a way of, oh, this is like a saving grace from God or the universe, so that I can get out of these relationships with these ladies, right? They saw it as that. And it's a shame that that was the case, because these girls could have really took it to a next level, and they were just getting a foot in America. So really the girls were their own sabotage to what Misteeq could have been, because Misteeq was just another girl group. They were something special, something that till this day, if you know about Misteeq, you still want to tune into, right? Listen to their albums, watch their videos, right? And so that is the reason why Misteeq sabotaged their own careers. Okay. The girls just weren't getting along by the end of this thing. Okay, they weren't. So that's why you don't hear nothing from them after that. You know, Alicia and Sabrina went to do their own solo things. You know, Alicia has a couple albums that did well in the UK. You know, so congrats to Alicia. And Sabrina was doing her own thing with her own company, with her singles and her album, you know, and whatnot. I'm not exactly sure what Sue Elise. Yeah, she got out of the music industry, and she did a couple things on her own. You know, she had a couple of her own businesses on the side, away from the industry. The only Alicia and Sabrina decided that they were going to continue as solo acts, and their music is good, right? The music is really good, but it's nothing to the brand that compared to what they all had together as Misteeq and what could have been, you know. But if it don't work out, it just doesn't work out, you know. So anyway, my name is Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Okay? AKA Work Lena, the workhorse, AKA Technology Queen, AKA Queen Millennial, AKA the Audacity Queen, AKA the Music Queen. I'm gagging, y'all. Okay. Anyway, if you like what you heard today, and you got your life, or I make you think about something, then go ahead and hit that like button. Share with people that you know that like honest commentary, reaction reviews, okay, and to really be truly become a part of this community. You gotta go ahead and hit that like, no, not the like. You gotta go ahead and hit the subscribe, comment, and notification. Come on. Anyway, you've been here for this long, okay? You've been here for this long. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the sampler platter. I'm going to give you the sampler platter. What is that? Those of you who have been here already, you already know what the sampler platter is. Okay, but for the rest of you that are new, I just say I was an artist and musician myself and a shameless self-promoter. So I'm going to rap a cappella to play you a song of mine. And then of course, I'm going to sing a cover for you. Here we go. Check me. Ain't got no time to get no rest. Stand up proving I'm the best. Be working hard just to fill them seats. Go do a show every day, every week. I gotta pat myself on the back. I've been saying how I do it like that. Y'all gotta stay after them dreams. When you head down, just think of the queen. And now, the song.
They're looking for a stress reliever.
We're looking for a stress reliever out there.
Drugs, the alcohol,
Here we go.
But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Work so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me a freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief. But you got this grief for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munch your plate for your freaking lid. Stress too much, always in no rush. You need and brush, you're feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have some for relieving you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see no hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat. Shake it up, keep moving your feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Get the stress.
And that is all I will be giving you, okay? Anyway, if you want to hear that song in its entirety, then comment in the comment section. You ready? Let me hear that song. And I most certainly will, absolutely for free.
You're my star. Start you wonder how you shine. See, no matter how far, dancing with you in my mind. Baby, we used to walk and talk. You would hold my hand. By the time we finished talking, we were learning how to play. I can't wait till we move together. Oh, yeah. One life, they wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down, there's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna be around.